Put a concrete floor in because I decided that was the easiest way for me to do it, strongest way.
Big ventilation panels at the back of each loft, and then I've got these doors if I need a lot more fresh air.
Now if I was to leave the vents open, it would let too much cool air in and it'd break that vacuum.
I don't have the loft open at the back on the floor because I think too much cold air and too many drafts come in.
I've got to do the same with the race loft. There's not enough light in the winter time. Summertime's quite okay. The winter time's the killer.
And then they raise them. See, I have 10 pairs waiting and I've got 6 hens.
Well, the squeakers go over. I like to take them from the nest as they're feathering up under the wings and put them on the floor.
But they are athletes, and I think there are some physical characteristics which they must have to be a good flyer.
A lot of sprint pigeons do have shorter, broader flights, but I like long-flighted pigeons.
Most of the birds that have flown the distance and won races have all got this.
We've developed a family of pigeons here that have won prizes from 60 to 600 miles, and they're competitive on slow days and on fast days.
I like to cross, but I also like to inbreed.
I started getting into the Goodyears and Wickhams.
But I don't keep a pigeon now that hasn't done at least 400 kilometres in the racing. I'm getting a very good family of white pigeons.
So what I'm trying to do is concentrate that family around John Van Beer's birds, David Weathering's birds, Glenn Perry.
Pigeons absolutely love routine. If you can keep a good routine, you're halfway there.
There's not one bit of lice in my lofts. Okay. If you're coming into my lofts, you can smell the spray and it's through the lofts.
I like to start tossing my birds for racing about 6 weeks before racing starts. That's normally at the end of May here, and then it's fairly constant. I do take them out several days a week, but depending on the falcons, if the falcons are knocking them around a bit, then I may back off a little bit, because I think young pigeons can get a little bit falcon shy and they don't toss well.
If it looks as though it's going to be a tough race, I will make sure that they have like a electrolyte in the water to restore any salts and vitamins and that sort of stuff that they may have flown out while they've been flying in.
Halfway through the race season, I will split the cocks and hens. So I can move the cocks to one side and I have a solid divider in the middle so the cocks can't see the hens.
You can check the drop-ins the next morning. It gives you a good indication of what level your pigeons are at.
I find that training and training and training is the best way for any bird to get into form.
Then after that, we start to toss the pigeons in groups of 5. This is something I enjoy doing, and I also think it gives each pigeon a chance to develop their own talent.
Being let go and then circling, finding their way home. Next day they're a bit hungrier, same place, so I do that for 5 days at least from the one spot.
I like to toss them at about Yass and a little bit further. And as the season goes on, I'll increase the distance to probably Burua, which is round about 100, 110 k's. And I like to give them a toss from there once a week.